Hi, I'm Shane Lewis. I work for Travelocity, and this is my application for the Travel for Good program. I'd like to go on the trip to Peru. I'm a recent employee, just started a couple months ago. When I heard about the program, I was really impressed at the way that Travelocity invests time and resources into taking people to the far reaches of the world and spending time with kids in other places and just trying to make a difference in the world. For me, that's something I've always been passionate about. When I was in college, I worked in a summer camp where I got to spend the summer with a bunch of 10 and 11-year-olds and really developed just a love and kind of admiration for kids that were that age. I've also spent some time in similar type projects. One was in Mexico, where I was fortunate enough to help repair the roof of a home in Reynosa, Mexico. The other was in North Carolina, where there was a lady who was unable to make some basic home repairs, so me and a team of other folks went out and fixed up her house and made it where it was livable. So it's something I've always been passionate about, just serving, and specifically kids. So a few years ago, my wife and I decided that we wanted to sponsor a great little girl named Cecia from Guatemala. And Cecia lives there with her 4 brothers and sisters, and she has a great family that love her, but just were unable to provide for her in the way that most of us parents want to provide for our kids. So she got connected with an organization called Compassion International, and we found out about the opportunity to support her. We jumped on it, and really what Compassion does is they provide a way for us to interact with her, write letters, and find out how she's doing, but also provide financial support that goes to medical needs, food, just basic schooling supplies, and just basic care for her. So we've been involved with her for the last few years and have really enjoyed really showing our kids, kids from other parts of the world that don't have the same things that we have here in the States. A couple years ago, we also found out about a couple from our church that started an orphanage over in a small village called Mai Mahiu outside of Nairobi, Kenya. And they called this village Naomi's Village, and so they opened it up to orphans there in Kenya. And most of these kids come from pretty tough places, and so my wife and I decided that we wanted to sponsor one of these kids. And basically what they do there is they don't allow adoptions in the village, and that's not really their goal. What they do is they set up programs to develop these kids, to spend time with them, to educate them, and give them environments where they can just succeed. And so our little child, his name is Joseph, and so I got to go visit him last year and spend a week or so just helping out around the village, and it was such a joy to meet him and interact with him, and really meant a lot for him, for his sponsor, to come all the way over from the United States to Kenya and just spend a little bit of time with him. So then a few years ago, my wife and I decided that we wanted to adopt a child, and so we got into the foster and adoptive program through Child Protective Services. And so we had a child that we fostered for about 18 months, and we were fortunate enough to adopt him last year. It was just such a blessing to be a part of that process and welcome a child into our home along with our 2 biological children. So just thinking about this trip and just really excited. It's a great opportunity to go and just be a part of caring for the greater good and see some kids that would love, I'm sure, some people to spend some time with them and hopefully just kind of improve their living situation. So I appreciate the consideration for the trip. I know that whoever's chosen, really the winners in this are going to be the kids of Peru. So thanks Travelocity for investing the time and the resources into sending a trip wherever they want to go, and hope you consider my application. Thanks.